Cody Lampman Phantom. That was October 2020 when Cody released his last edit. That was Ashes. That was super well received and it had that ridiculous pud slide in it. Man, that was so good. And his reaction was like equally as buzzing as well. He was chuffed to bits, man. I love seeing that when the skaters are really happy after landing a trick. Quite heartwarming. As with Ashes, this was shot by Geoff Phillip in Denver, Colorado. And also as with Ashes, there's a little quote. Everything falls under the law of change, like a dream, a phantom, a shadow, like dew or a flash of lightning. You should contemplate this. The Diamond Sutra. Not happy with just giving you a banging edit, it's giving you a bit of food for thought as well. You just soak that in and just think about what that means. From what I've seen so far, everybody who's watched it has absolutely loved it and they're all raving about it. So let's get into the comments. You know if you know has gone with a quite muted and very understated, well done, thumb and the muscle. Well done, mate. That was sound. Dynamite Aldalega, phenomenal. I elect that soul cess wall ride thing be henceforth known as Phantom Soul. We'll get into that soul in a bit. B-Ball Log has gone with always amazing to watch. Love the simplicity of style, but perfect execution. The real question is, who has the best hair in blading? You or Grant Hazelton? Two good heads of hair. Can't forget Robbie Pitts though, mate. He's got a great barnet on him. I think there's other good haired people in rollerblading as well, so you know, you might have to extend this list a little bit. Flea the Ego has jumped in with Olympic material. And the eyes? Gold medal stuff. Olympic grade skating. It's better than Olympic grades, man. This whole Olympic situation thing, people thinking about that. Oh yeah, let's get in the Olympics. Yeah, that'd be nice, but we're not. So, I don't know. We'll leave that for another time. David Sizemore, amazing part, Cody, with the stars. Because he's shining bright like a star. Also, did you see David Sizemore do that like hurricane, far side, dark side, soul, top soul? Poof! Man, that was unbelievable. See, he had a few attempts at it and he got it at the end nice and crisp, man. Oh, lovely. Gunner style, tremendous. Sotty! Section of the year shout. Yeah, I've seen a few other people say this as well, actually. It's definitely up there. Definitely a contender. I reckon, you know, that's in amongst the likes of Dominic Bruce, Fifth Floor, Levy Van Rain, Plastic Pushers 2. And there's definitely some other ones I'm forgetting. Sotty! Sotty, mate! Spotty Dog. Talking of Grant Hazelton, here he is with a comment. That soul grind wall ride. Face with the love hearts in the eyes. He's also gone for, well done. I hope that's how he said it. And then a love heart at the end. A lot of love getting shown here. That's really nice. Port Pabs. Oi mate, track straight out of a 19th century villainish playlist when the plan comes all together. That's a good comment. And the soundtrack is good. Soundtrack last time was good. Soundtrack this time was good. Consistent with the skating and the soundtrack. Ross Fairweather, goosebumps. Woo, it's giving him a chill. I assume he means that and not that he thinks Cody Lampman should release Phantom as a Goosebumps book. I bloody love those books. Like the way the covers felt in that. They were great. Somebody should do it. Somebody should release an edit and have the cover like a Goosebumps cover. And there is loads more comments like that. It's really great to see the whole community come together and be like super pleased for somebody and also really enjoy a project that comes out. It's just a bloody lovely feeling, innit? We're all in this together. Right, let's give the thing a goosey gander. Very cinematic start. Oof. Fakey 360, fakey 270 pud slide. Through the bonk, ride the dick, as some people say. The dust comes up as the tune starts. Mate, super atmospheric. I've been listening to Hans Zimmer's soundtrack. Oh, for these. Hans Zimmer's soundtrack for June recently. So kind of atmospheric tunes are right up my alley at the moment. Oh, get that grab in nice and early, backside through the kink. Oh, always a tough one. Always a good one though. Just cruising up for here. True Macchio cross grab, bang off the wall. That's nice, a little bit of scrape on the wall. Something a little bit different. Oi! Disaster Soyal. Nice little air out as well. Tricky, that was fun. Proper risky. Nice forwarder. Ooh, to the misfit again. Through the bonk. Ride the dick. Oh. Wall ride topsoul. That is proper awkward trying to squeeze that in there. Lovely stuff. Alley-oop soul, is that a switch? One of those was switch. Yes, over the bollard, over Vicky Pollard. Jeez, man, that was risky as well. Oh yes, Roy up, gap to the other rail upwards as well. Don't think I've really seen people do that. Gapping up stuff. Gapping up rails. Oh yes. Like a shifty air but fully rotated 180. That was really well hard. Love stuff like that. Oh yes, that's the Soul Zest, the Phantom Soul as calling it. Sure, Julian Barr or like Montre used to do airs, like they were going to do grinds, so like they would go for the rail but just float it over it in the grind position. Mistral there, switch one there. Great reactions. Always good to see the people chuffed. Oh, fish bonk. Yeah, that could have gone hard. Oh mate, disaster out to that. Oof, all right, man. High risk, probably high reward for himself, but like people would just not appreciate how hard that is or how awkward it was. Pud to the alley at top pawn. That's so good, so controlled. Oof, really stylish backside, proper kick in the leg out. The sweeper. 0, through a tree. Bloody hell, it's all over the place. Oh man, that looks so fun, but super risky as well. Oof, these aren't actually lined up, so that's going to be really tricky. Alley top pawn. Man. Oh yes, that is so good. He had to control it so he doesn't like jump out into a car. Feet like so he slid down the wall to like make sure he didn't come out too much, like whoosh, kind of smooth. Charging up for a big fronty. Yoink to forward. This time, big old fronty. 270 out this time. So good, man. I've also just realised there's an edit called Cody on the Leatherback Social Club where he actually starts at the same spot that he started in this video, and he does like full cab alley-oop top sole on that rail. Bloody hell, mate. He's got a thing for that rail and doing like full cab or fakey 360 tricks. That's the point actually, you know, I know some other people have mentioned this, like full cab is Caballero is a skater. So maybe we should just jack that in, like we should leave it and just call them fakey 360s or come up with our own thing. I think that's a conversation probably for another time. Anyway, this edit, like some guy said before, you know, it's relatively simple tricks. Well, some of them are totally bizarre and awkward. Relatively simple tricks, but what it is, it's the execution that makes them so good. I think that's a real big thing for Cody, probably, is like making the tricks look really nice and good. And I love that. I love that like there is that mix, you know, you can have super complicated tricks, you can have proper burly tricks that look a bit mad, but then if you just do like the most simple trick, just like one grind, you don't even have to do a spin into it, maybe don't even spin out of it, just keep it nice and simple, really crisp and clean, and people will appreciate it. But Cody's gone beyond that as well. There's some ridiculous tricks in there, like the wall ride to top sole. I think a lot of occasions people would have done like the wall ride to the fish because it's a lot easier, you know. That bottom foot just hits the rail, you keep the other foot up, you can let it ride the wall. But he's actually pushed it down into the top sole on that. I mean, how are you squeezing that in? Proper tight fit, like. There was loads of good inventive stuff in there. There was the shifty 180. Sure, this has been done before, but just looks really nice. Proper, fully 180, and then reverting back to forwards. Man, really awkward. There's the Phantom Soul, as we're now calling it, I reckon. The like soul wall zest slide. That was really cool, man. That's an interesting idea. It's good when people have interesting ideas and can actually pull them off well. You know, sometimes a lot of footage gets online where people are experimenting with things and it's not quite refined, and it can, you know, the verdict's a bit like, oh, I'm not really sure about that. But if you kept working on it and then you release it on video, hey, then people might like it more. And this has worked out really well. I don't know how many times he's tried that before, but it's come off looking quite well. I reckon there's going to be a lot more things to explore in that kind of area of skating. Just all around an absolute banger, man. Really like his skating. Happy to wait a year if he's going to drop stuff like that, you know. Go at your own pace, mate. You suit you. You get an edit that you like, which I think he talks about as well. He talks about like being really proud of it, but also quite nervous, you know. He spent the time and effort going into it. He likes it. He's gone in a slightly different direction. He's trying new things. Hopefully those nerves were settled quite quickly when everybody's just like, mate, oh, that's the best. Or people were jumping in just going, well done, mate. Oh, that's a good comment. Hey, Cody Lampman, man. Go and follow him. Go and follow Geoff. Bloody hell, all those people out there. Support the bloke. Spotty Dog.